So if you can see from the looks of it, we are not at our beach, right? We are clearly somewhere new. So right now we are actually in San Juan. We are in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So this is about an hour away from home. But I'm staying out here for the evening. I'm going to be a tourist for the evening, and hopefully I can go do some salsa dancing later on tonight. Earlier today I think it's considered the world's longest or one of the world's longest zip lines, which is a 2-mile zip line. So that was a whole lot of fun. So yeah, let's get into this beach. So it's definitely, it's gonna be more folks walking around, obviously, because I'm in San Juan. So as you see, there's like resorts and stuff everywhere. So yeah, we got us a little new beach. You guys see the Puerto Rican flag. Hello, hey brother, how you doing? Hey, hey, hey. I don't know, Brianna was just on here. Looked like she clicked off though. Hold on, let me make sure my do not disturb is on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. How I do it? Okay, I'm trying. Okay, I got my do not disturb on. Hopefully we do not get disturbed is the plan. But hey brother, how is your week going? How is wifey doing? How's the pregnancy going? Give us an update. How was your week? Like I said, just a little update. We in San Juan right now. I'll be here today, tomorrow. Today I went to Orogures, I believe is the name of the place. So it's about an hour away from it's like an hour and a half away from San Juan, and like an hour and 45 minutes from where I live. So I went out there and did the world's longest zip line. So you zip line like horizontally versus like when you usually zip line, you zip line like kind of in a seated position. So that was a lot of fun. The biggest adrenaline I got was actually walking up the stairs. Ooh, it was too much. Them stairs, I was so scared. I was like, Lord, please I just wanted to get on the zip line. I knew I'd be fine on the zip line, but I was a little nervous. Okay, Logan said 35 weeks this Sunday. Oh, y'all making moves. Y'all are making moves. I'm so excited for you guys. Literally, y'all getting close to the any day now. Cousin Brianna said, LOL, not the stairs. Girl, them stairs. Woo. I was like, whoo, your girl is feeling a little winded. And then before you start the actual zip line, you gotta like stand in this plank position. So your hands is on the ground, and then the person like picks your legs up in the air, and then you gotta put like your hands behind you. Cousin, I'm gonna send you the pictures. I'm sorry. But yeah, you gotta put your hands behind you. But y'all, I have had a very, very eventful week for sure. I'll tell y'all all about it. Let's see. Good week at work. Took off Wednesday to rest. Good for you. I'm glad you're using days. That is good for you. It's crazy because when I first started teaching, I literally refused to miss days. Like, it would have to be a real emergency for me to miss a day. And then after a couple years, I was like, I'm going to use my days. I need to start using them. But I'm sad because both times I've left the classroom, I still had days that I hadn't used. And they ain't pay me for my days, y'all. Ain't they disrespectful? Who don't get paid for their days? Like, I'm sorry. Give me my coins. The disrespect is real. Logan says stairs ain't no joke. I'm telling you. And I was trying not to look down when I was going up the stairs. It was just a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Cousin said, and insurance. Oh, right. No, that's so true, too. That is so true. But yeah, so let's recap this week, okay? So my best friend from college, she came in town for her birthday. Her birthday was Sunday. So she came in town Monday. Monday, we hung out in Old San Juan, ate some food, good vibe. She came to my place. We went to my little beach. Y'all know how, you know how our beach is. You know, look at this. The sand is just all nice and sand, right? Y'all already know we got all the seaweed and stuff, but it's cool. Like, we had our little lawn chairs out there. We had a good time. Okay, let's fast forward to Tuesday. So Tuesday, we went to the rainforest. And the rainforest was actually a great time. Y'all know I went with my girl a couple weeks ago, and when we went, it was a Thug Life tour, but they was like, oh, that was because that's the weekend and you guys went when they were trying to clear another path, so you guys had an extremely challenging hike. The hike we went on, it was so nice. It was a smaller group because it was the weekday. Like, it was such a vibe. Like, it was so good. Like, we didn't feel rushed like the first time. I really didn't have anything to compare to but the first time. The first time was a good experience. It was just a lot, you know. This time, it was just so nice. So that was Tuesday. Then we got to eat in. We went to this, if you guys come to Puerto Rico, y'all got to go to Luquillo. So there's like this beautiful beach in Luquillo. So we spent the day in Luquillo. And we got to meet up with one of our friends from undergrad. She's a veterinarian. Her and my best friend, they're both veterinarians. So they went to undergrad and vet school together. So we got to meet up with her. She's been on the island for 5 years. And it's so dope because she's fluent in Spanish now since she's been here. Because let me give y'all a little story time. So she said when she first got to the island, she works on horses. So when she first got to the island, you know, when people be talking to her, she ain't really know what they was saying. So she just be like, sí. You know, sí is yes in Spanish. So she said one time she had a client and he said something. She ain't really know what he said, but she just, oh, okay, sí. And he was like, you jacked up my horse? You messed my horse up? He starts going off. She's like, no. She said after that moment, like, she basically forced herself. Like, I have got to learn Spanish. But yeah, she was like, yeah, I learned that. So now I've been just, and I'm the one to say see too when I don't understand something. I'm like, oh, see, you know, just trying to get to the next thing and see if I can understand what's next. But I'm taking note from that. And now I've been saying no. But then I'm like, what if I say no to something I really need to be saying yes to? So yeah, I'm about to be getting my life together with Spanish. I didn't have Spanish this week though, because, you know, my girl was in town. So I know next week I'm about to hit the ground running. Oh, and then for my Spanish update, though, I have started watching my American shows with Spanish subtitles. And I'm about to start watching Disney Plus, the Spanish version of Disney Plus, with all the movies that I already know most of the words to, and then I'm going to watch those with English subtitles. So I am picking up more. I'm understanding more, but again, you know, it's a struggle. It's a day-to-day. Hold on. Let me go back to these comments real quick. Logan said, if I can't get all my coin, I'm taking all those days at the end of the year. Hey, you need to ask, though, Logan, for real, because they be trying to play you with the days off. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, like the paid time. Like, no, y'all need to give me my time. I could have gave them to somebody else or something. Breon, my cousin, said, recap, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Ames. Marie. Exactly. Breon said, facts, Logan. Breon, cough, cough, I'm sick. Cousin, I'm proud of you too, because you be taking your sick days too, girl. You be taking your wellness days and what you need to do, okay? Like, we got them for a reason. Take y'all days. Logan said, right, I came in contact with COVID. Say that again, okay? Absolutely, that is the way now for sure. But it sounded like Logan, you got to give me an update for y'all school system though. Like, are there a lot of kids popping up with COVID right now? Like, what is that looking like? Breon said, run me my money. Exactly. Where's the coins at? Where are my coins? But yeah, y'all, look, it's so nice out here. So nice breeze. But I will say it's a little dirty though, like the streets are a little bit, it's just kind of like how, you know how like major cities are, like in LA, if you go like downtown LA, You know, it kind of got like its own little like stench to it, to me at least. My dad always be like, it was stinky San Juan whenever he comes to San Juan, because you can always, it's just a different type of smell. I don't know. LA is the worst though. There ain't no comparison to LA. But yeah, a lot of downtowns are just a little rougher to me, areas. Logan said, I've had a lot of students out with COVID, but they wear masks in our district. Brianna said it's 70s today. Girl, I can't believe our weather's still pretty nice this time of year. Brianna, Granny said that it's gonna be in the 80s this week. Is that true? Because 80-degree weather this time of the year, that's a little scary. It has me a little disturbed, actually. I kind of want to go sit on one of these rocks. I don't know. But okay. So y'all, so that was Tuesday. Hold on, what's Ohio weather like in December? It ain't no real winter in December. It really, for real, the winter has not been getting real until like, what would you say, cousin, like the middle of January going into February? That's usually when we've been getting like snow recently. Or like, I don't know. Like I can't remember the last time it snowed on Christmas. Like I remember being a kid and like waking up and, you know, having snow on Christmas, but that's really not a big thing anymore. So I'll say there was I don't know. I feel like I wasn't home for Christmas last year, so I don't know what the weather was. But I know there was a couple of years, I haven't been home the last couple years actually, but there was a couple of years where I know I was able to like wear a dress, like a sweater dress, and not even a coat on Christmas Day. So maybe we've had like some, I don't know, I don't think it's been as high as 50s, but our winter temperatures like 40. Sometimes they feel warmer than what the actual temperatures tell you. I don't know, maybe my cousin can chime in. Yeah, but December is definitely not winter. Our winter doesn't really start hitting until like mid-January. And like that's why sometimes we actually get snow like for Easter, which could be like March or April. Logan, you know one of my male best friends, he the one that's from Baton Rouge, you know he be over the winter, okay? He be like, winter, go away. And he still be out here roasting his pig though for Christmas. He will go out there and get his pig roasted. Super country. Logan said, I didn't know what type of clothes I need to bring for graduation. I'm not used to the cold. It's hot year round in the South. Oh, hold on. Now where's your graduation gonna be at? I didn't even realize you was having to travel for graduation. Yeah, where's it gonna be at? But yeah, I mean, you'll probably need a coat though. You'll probably need a coat. Is everybody coming? What day is graduation? What's your date? And is the whole family coming? Is the baby coming too? In Bowling Green, Ohio. I'll be flying into Detroit. Oh, okay. It's definitely going to be cold. Bowling Green. So Columbus, we're like central Ohio. So most of the time our weather is shielded for real. It's really like that Cleveland area. Cousin, chime in about our December weather. It's usually that, yeah, like when you go towards like that Cleveland area, it definitely starts getting a little bit real. Lewis says, hello y'all, hey, we've missed you. Where you been at? Give us an update. How is school going? Good to see you on here. I am in, you see I'm not at my regular beach. I am in San Juan. for the weekend. So yeah. So yeah, Logan, you just gonna have to check for the weather. I mean, you know, like you definitely ain't wearing. It's definitely not summer, but it's a mixture of fall and winter. Yeah, our weather's funny. It's definitely funny. I'll be there December 16th through the 18th. I should get there around noon and fly out 5 p.m. on the 18th. Oh my goodness, I wish we could. I wish I was in town to come support you. I ain't know you was gonna be so close. I ain't know you was at Bowling Green. Why you ain't mention that? And you know I'm from Ohio. Logan, I'm fussing at you. Breon said, Mother Nature really be on her menopause mode in winter months. Yeah, she did. I mean, our weather is so different. But cousin, you see, he's gonna be in Bowling Green, so you know that's a little closer to the water. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a little bit more chillier than Columbus weather for sure. Jeez, and y'all graduating so close to Christmas. Woo. So you literally gonna be in and out. Logan said, hey Lewis. Logan said, I thought I brought it up. No, you ain't never brought it up. I just knew you was in school. No, I did not know that though. But that's nice. I know that's right. You're not playing. You said, oh, I'm coming to get my diploma in hand. I don't need you mailing me my stuff. I need it in my hand today. Not yesterday. But it's crazy though, because a lot of schools, they mail. I know when I got my master's from Georgia State, we didn't get our actual diplomas on the day of. We didn't get our diploma. We got our diplomas mailed to us. And that diploma was so ghetto. It was like mailed in a little cylinder. I thought it was gonna be like college. Now college, when we walked across the stage, we didn't get our actual diploma, but we got the diploma holder. And then after graduation, we had to go to like different room numbers based on your last name and your major, and we picked up our diplomas. But yeah, for college, I had my diploma on the same day. Logan, what about undergrad for you? Lewis said busy with work, and then started school immediately, and then research picked up. Lots of amazing people I've met and super cool opportunities coming up for me academically. Excited but stressful. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations to you. What they say, your net worth is your network. So that is awesome. I'm glad you're making those connections, because you never know who you know, who knows who, and when you might need their connection. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's why, like, sometimes when I'm really not in the mood to be like networking for real, I'm just like, let me be kind today, because I don't know who. Just like, oh, let me tell y'all about the rainforest. I know I be going back and forth in these conversations, because I be reading y'all comments too. But hold on, let's see. I think they're still mailing it out 6 weeks later. Oh, they're disrespectful. Cousin said facts. Logan said ours was the same way. I lost my diploma cover from undergrad, so I'll probably frame them. Oh yeah, you definitely gotta frame them. You definitely gotta frame. Me and another friend, we bought one of our friends frame for med school graduation. That thing was so expensive. Now I know why so many people haven't bought their frames, including myself. But that med school one, oh my gosh. Ooh, that thing was some money. But it was worth the investment. We loved her, so. Breon said, hey, Lewis, hope everything is going well. Lewis, that's my cousin Breon under Aspect X. But yeah, so I was at the rainforest, and because I had already did a tour a couple weeks ago, I already knew what to expect. And they do take some pictures out there, the tour guides, but they don't do like video or anything. So I was out there. And of course, if you're my guest and you coming to visit out here, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to get all the videos. I'm going to get all the pictures you want. Because, you know, I live here, so I'll be doing these things multiple times. But for people, I want them to have a good experience. So I got my little waterproof case. I'm out there, you know, taking videos and stuff for my friends. So in the rainforest, they have like 2 slides. And the slides are actual rocks, like they're waterfalls. And so you go down the slide or whatever. So this lady was like, oh, she was like, you're taking videos? I was like, yeah, I'll take a video of you and your husband, and you know what I mean? Like, whatever you want me to take, I'll take while we're here. So I'm taking like videos of her and her husband doing the slides and stuff. And she was like, yeah, we started talking a little bit more. And she was an Indian woman, her and her husband, and they were such a cute couple too. They were so funny, great personalities, both of them. But she pulled me aside and she was just like, thank you so much for your kindness. She was like, you just never know what people are going through. And she told me that them coming to Puerto Rico and doing like this rainforest tour like had been on their bucket list. And they have been married, they've been married for like over 30 years, 40 years. And she told me that they recently found out that he was terminally ill. And so, you know, for her to be able to get this video, and he's like so scared of like heights and like, you know, jumping from things and things like that. She was like, she was so happy that I was able to like capture those memories for her. So she was like, thank you so much for your kindness. And y'all, she was like my BFF by the end of the tour. And like, I'm definitely going to be staying in contact with her. We exchange numbers and things like that. But you just never know what people got going on. And that's why I always choose kindness, even if I'm not in the mood and I don't want to be the kindest person for the day. You know, it's a conscious choice to choose kindness because you just don't know what other people got going on. Not saying we don't have our own stuff going on, but sometimes when you push your stuff aside and, you know, can cater to some other folks, it makes your situation a little bit better as well. Okay, so that was my sidebar conversation. Then I'll finish telling y'all about the week too after I catch up on these comments. Okay. Lewis said, Breon, thank you. To Breon, thank you. Logan said, Lewis, yes, sir. I'll be finished in December. Thank goodness. Exactly. Hold on. Are you finished up with your portfolio or close to being finished, Lewis? I mean, not Lewis, Logan. And then Lewis said, at Logan, awesome, congratulations. It must feel so good to approach this new point in your journey. Absolutely. Lewis said, at Kara, amen. It's the little things that can really change your whole day / life. Absolutely. Like, I was in such a great spirit. She thought that I brightened up her day. Like, she actually brightened up my day. I was just so grateful. So grateful. Logan said, you done preached the whole word, Kara. You know, it happens from time to time, you know? It happens from time to time. Now, let me give y'all a contrary to that, though. So, this was Tuesday, the rainforest. Logan said, I did the entire portfolio over the summer in an 8-week course. Oh, that's a blessing. So, you don't even have to worry about, okay, so I remember when you turned your portfolio in, I thought you were just doing a section. So, that was the whole thing? Oh, that's a blessing. So you good to go. You literally just finishing up your last little courses then. That's awesome. So yeah, you guys, so Wednesday comes around. Wednesday we did the catamaran boat tour. So we did this boat tour to this deserted island. Now I know it says deserted, and clearly deserted means deserted, but I don't know, in my mind I thought it was gonna be like a couple vendors there or something. You know what I mean? When they said deserted, I was just like, oh, it's just a little piece of beach, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a little bit of sand, you know, a couple little rocks. And then, you know, more so people were like snorkeling and stuff. But when I tell y'all, we didn't see not one fish out there trying to snorkel. There was nothing. They was like, oh, go down there. And I was like, there's no fish. And they was like, well, there should be some baby fish. There was not one. We saw not one fish. You hear me? So I definitely wouldn't recommend that if you like really trying to snorkel. But y'all, let me tell y'all. So it was this guy, it was this couple on that was sitting by me and my best friend. And I told my best friend, I said, I'm going to be kind today, but I'm going to try not to be like social, you know? Because a lot of something people don't realize about me, like I am very outgoing. Like my personality is very outgoing, but I am very much an introvert. It takes a lot of energy when I have to interact with like new people or like groups of people. Even I love my family, even family functions and stuff. I just got to get mentally prepared. Okay. Like once I get my mental prep in, I'm good to go. Okay. So I was like, I'm just gonna be good. I was like, I'm gonna just kind of be to myself and see how it works. I was trying to see something, okay? I was doing a little experiment, trying to see something. So I was like quiet for the most part. I was smiling, being like nice little friendly smile. So then the guy from the couple, he starts talking. He was like, oh yeah, something. So like, where are you from? And such and such. And I'm answering the questions, and we're having a good little conversation, and he was cool. And I was happy he was the one chatting with me, because I knew his wife was going to be like trying to be like my BFF for life, and I was just like So she was actually away. So the wife had a brother. Okay, so the brother was there. So my best friend was like, like, she was like, girl, they are high. Like, they've been eating all these edibles. She was like, they is super high. And they had like a little baby with them. And she do not like all that extraness around no babies. The baby was about to turn 1. She was a cute little baby though. She was my friend for the trip. So anyway, so the brother, he ends up coming over to me, and he was like, hey, where are you from? And I was like, Ohio, but I live here. He's like, oh, I live here too, like whoop-de-doo. And I was like, okay, all right. So y'all know it's still COVID. So you don't really want people like in your face, but like when I tell you, like, mask off in my grill, like, okay, friend, all right, friend. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just chatting. So we get off the little boat. We in a little deserted area, the little deserted little beach, little piece of spot of land or whatever. And I'm on the phone because one of my friends had called me, so I'm talking to her real quick. She had to tell me a quick story. And he's like standing in my face, but I didn't realize he was like, I thought he was just happening to walk by, but he was like standing trying to talk to me, y'all. When I tell you, like, my best friend, she's sweet. Like, she's sweet. But when she is like annoyed or disturbed, like she calls it closing. Like, she's able to close herself. She was like, Kara, you're just so open. Like, you have like your body. She said my body language is just like open and friendly. She was like, you got to kind of close yourself. So she was like, the reason why people don't come up to me talking to me like they do you is because I kind of come across a little mean, She was like, but that ain't a bad thing, because you can't just be, stranger danger, right? So I could tell she's annoyed at this point, because we just looking at the dude, and he's just like trying to talk, and I'm like, hey, I'm on the phone, like, give me a second. He was like, okay, friend, okay. Oh my gosh. So then he's like trying to follow me around a little bit, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, but I don't know how to be like rude without being rude. You know what I mean? Like, I usually will compromise my comfort to make other people comfortable, because I be feeling like if both of us is uncomfortable, it's gonna be uncomfortable. So I'd rather just be uncomfortable than uncomfortable. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm a work in progress, I'm telling you. So long story short, we get back on the dang on boat because it's time to go. So he's over there talking to me. He's like, I'm gonna help you with your Spanish, because he's fluent in Spanish now. He's been living out here for 5 years. I'm gonna help you with your Spanish, friend. Like, okay, friend. I'm like, all right. So at this point, I'm trying to FaceTime my dad, because I wanted him to see, me and my best friend. He hasn't seen her in a while. So I'm trying to FaceTime so he can see her. So I'm FaceTiming, but my dad didn't answer. So he's like trying to get in the FaceTime, like, who you FaceTiming? I was like, my daddy. He was like, oh, hey, daddy. Hey. And he's saying it just like this, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. Hey, daddy. Hey, like, baby boy, I need you to relax, okay? Like, you're doing too much. So my dad calls back. Lord Jesus. My dad calls back, y'all. And he gets he comes back over there because he could tell that I answered the FaceTime. And I was like, hey, Dad. I was like, hey, Daddy, how you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm good. I'm up at the bowling alley. Here goes friend. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Dad. I just want to say, you have raised an amazing black woman, okay? Like, she is amazing. Y'all, when I tell you, it took everything in my best friend's mind, spirit, body, and soul not to yank him up. Oh my gosh, it was so awkward. So my dad, he can barely hear anyways. So I'm like, all right, Dad, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I ain't even got to talk to my dad yet since this thing, okay? Because Lewis says setting boundaries. I don't know what public boundaries look like though. Like, that's my struggle. And I'm gonna tell y'all how my best friend is trying to help me, because she was like, I really thought about this and I got some examples for you. And Logan said, 6 feet friend, I don't be playing, okay? Logan said what Dad said, yeah, we still waiting to hear back from my daddy. So he like, yes, friend, because yes, like you are just black, you are beautiful. Now, mind you, I ain't even told y'all what his race was, okay? Or I ain't told y'all nothing about orientation or nothing like that. I was just trying to tell the story. But now that we're at this part of the story, I guess I can share a little bit more context. So he was a white gay male. And I was a little bit disturbed just because I feel like sometimes the LGB plus T plus community, white males in particular, can come across as though they relate to experiences of being minority as though like we are the same. And I'd be trying to, I wasn't even in the educational mode in that moment, you know what I mean? And mind you, before that, he had asked for my number. He's like, oh my gosh, friend, I'm gonna help you with your Spanish. So now he got my number, y'all. Oh my God, I know. And I don't even know how to deny somebody from having my number. Like, I don't even know how that would work. Like, if somebody's like, oh my gosh, like, can I have your number? And I was talking to my best friend about it. She was like, I never have people ask me for my number. Like, not like strangers. It's usually people they then had to really take some time to get to know me. She was like, but they be feeling like they be knowing you, like knowing you, so that's why they be asking when they first be meeting you. I was like, oh my God. Now granted, y'all know the day before at the rainforest, it was okay because we actually had a genuine connection and I want to stay in contact with her. But with Fran was like the friend that like, okay, friend, I just met you, friend, but like, I just kind of want to leave you where you at, because he was just way too extra for my spirit, Lord, But yeah, it's kind of disturbing though, because I do feel like sometimes white gay males can feel like they relate to black, I'll say for my experience, to black women more than, like you can't, like, must I explain, y'all? Must I explain? But yeah, it was just too much. Like, he was just doing too much to like try to even show like he was like cultured. You know what I mean? Like, when songs was coming on, he was like trying to sing all the Meg Thee Stallion songs and like, come on, let's twerk, friend. And I'm like, I'm not even a twerker. Like, I be clapping my hands trying to praise the Lord. Now, I ain't saying I ain't got a little bit of twerk in me, but like, that ain't my day to day. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't what the vibe is right now, So Logan said they culture vultures. Our experiences are not the same. Our experiences are not the same. And that's not to take away from your experience, because I don't know necessarily your experience, but I'm not going to act like I do either, because I'm not a gay white male. You know what I mean? But you're not a black woman either. So you can't, like, we're not the same. That's all I got to say. We are not the same. Logan said, friend doing too much. Friend was doing the absolute most. Like, when I tell you, I was so uncomfortable. And when I am uncomfortable, I probably come across as even more friendly, because like I'm smiling and laughing to like contain myself, because like I said, Lewis, you got some tips on setting boundaries? Because it's a challenge, y'all. It is really, really, really a challenge for your girl. I don't know, but yeah, so I've been taking tips in the last couple days when folks, and it's so funny, I sent a message to a couple of my friends and cousins, and I was like telling them, I was like, yeah, Angel's trying to help me work on not coming across as friendly in public settings. And they was saying, one of my other best friends was like, yeah, because you're the type of person that someone will be like, hey, can you help me? I lost my turtle in the in the basement, and you go down there trying to help them find a turtle, and they've been snatched you up and kidnapped you. They always say I'm the friend that's gonna get kidnapped, but not trying to be funny because I know that's a real thing. But they're just like, you're so nice to people, and I am genuinely a kind person, and I genuinely like to make people feel good. But like, I don't want to do it at the expense of like myself and like me being comfortable. Lewis said there's someone I follow on Instagram that helped me practice saying no. Her handle is This is Virgin Acre. She has this series called People Pleasers Express, where she gives examples of saying no. So okay, so I think I will definitely check her out. So the thing is, I've worked on the boundary of like saying no. So I can say no to like real life situations and scenarios, right? Like I'm not like, oh, I'm just going with the mood, like, you know what I mean? Like if family's like, oh, can I do this, can I borrow this, or if the answer is no, it's no. So I do okay with like no, but I guess I need a series on the people pleasers for strangers, because I don't have the people in my life. I don't have an issue saying no to. Like no is my no. But it's just I've got to learn social no's, if that makes sense. People say I look mean. Logan said people say I look mean or standoffish. Never had that problem. Exactly. And the majority of my friends, that's how they come across. But my friend that was here a couple weeks ago, the neurologist that's in Atlanta, she's like me. So can y'all imagine us together? Like everybody be like, oh my gosh, like y'all are the besties. You know what I mean? Like that y'all are besties. Now she does a little bit better though. She's kind of in between, because sometimes if she ain't in the mood, like you can kind of tell. Me, I don't think I ever look like I'm like not in the mood to be bothered with her. I don't think I ever look standoffish. Like even when I be trying to like look serious and stuff, like it be hard. Like I get the laughing and stuff. Lewis said best way to go is the direct way. It's painful for me since it's not my nature to say no or be direct or confront, but this is the best way to go about it. Logan said, I just say no, it's easy. Right, and that's what my best friend, like we was even talking about like borrowing money and stuff like that. And I was just telling them like, yeah, I got some folks that owe me some, a couple dollars here and there and stuff. And my best friend was like, I've never had anyone ask me to borrow any money. And I was like, what? She was like, never. She was like, I don't know if I just come across as like she's just not the one, the two or the three, She was like, but it's just never been a thing for me. And she was like, I mean, like I said, she, of course, having me as her best friend, and this is my college best friend, so she's been dealing with me for for many years, over almost 15 years now. So she knows, you know what I mean? And she was like, I just love your heart, I love your spirit. She was like, but I can't. She's like, we're gonna work on this. So for example, she was like, if someone's like, oh, like, she was like, you can answer questions, but if you're not in the mood to like be friendly, you don't have to like give context to the answer. So for example, if someone's like, oh, I live in Atlanta, and you be like, oh, like you can just say, oh, you don't have to say like, oh, I used to live in Atlanta, because now you're opening up the opportunity for them to ask like more questions. Because usually after a point in time, if you kind of short with your questions and you're not really asking questions back, they're going to stop asking you questions. I was like, that's good. Because it would be like, oh, I'm from Atlanta. And I'm like, oh, I used to live in Atlanta. And they'd be like, oh, where? And I'd be like, oh, I lived here. And I lived here. And I lived here. Like I'll be having a whole story time. You know what I mean? And for her, she would be like, oh, I lived around such and such. And it would be like the end of it. And she wouldn't ask reciprocal questions if she really wasn't like feeling the vibe. So yeah, you guys, I'm working. So like, have y'all ever had somebody come to you and like you've met them in person and they've been like, oh my gosh, like we should exchange numbers? Like, what do y'all suggest? What do you say to that person if you don't want to? Because what I'll exchange the number, and more than likely I just won't respond to text messages. But then I feel like that's kind of rude. And the thing is, So I don't know if y'all got a chance to listen to Kanye's album. I'm on a little rant now, but so he got a song and he's like, oh, the jail song, and the part of the song it says we all liars. And I've really been like calling my friends and family in the last couple of weeks, like did y'all really know we all liars, you know? And I think it really be hitting a little, you know, it kind of stings a little bit when you first say it, but like I have to admit that I am a liar. I don't know about y'all, but like y'all ain't gotta admit it for yourselves, but like we really do lie. Like regardless, you can say it's a white lie, you can, you know, give a justification on why you lie. Well, I didn't want to hurt their feelings and I didn't want to do this. But in real life, like we really lie more than what we like to even admit, you know? Like somebody, oh, how you doing today? Oh, I'm fine. You a liar. You know you ain't fine. You know what I mean? Like you far from fine that particular day, but you just, you know, like sometimes we just don't want to be bothered with and we just shut people down and stuff like that. But yeah, I just been coming to this realization, like we are liars. And I was thinking like, dang, like what if I really lived in full, like 100% honesty all the time? And what would I compromise doing that, right? So I am in a search of that right now. I'm not sure what that looks like because like I said, we literally are all liars. Even people who are a little bit more honest than others, like you still lie. You know what I mean? Ultimately, like you still lie. And so I'm trying to work on what that would look like. Because I'm like, if I really just sat and just told people the truth all day, every day, how I really, really felt, like I wouldn't have no friends, no family, no nothing. So yeah, I'm trying to balance it all. Yeah, y'all type some of y'all thoughts in here too. Logan, you got me in tears. Okay, you right with my best friends then, okay? And most of my family too. Because I am like the friendly one out of everybody. And they just be looking like, what? Logan said, I ain't answering all them questions. This ain't a job interview. Exactly. Lewis said, to the people pleasers express is variety of cool scenarios for strangers and people we know. Saying no is tough for me too. I think she has an example on what to say if someone asks for your number. Oh, good. I'm definitely going to check her out. Logan says, still haven't made it to the Kanye album because Certified Lover Boy is giving everything. You know, Certified Lover Boy, there's a couple of joints on there that I'm definitely rocking with because y'all know I be skating. So there's a couple of little skater, you know, songs that I listen to. But of course Kanye came out first, so I listened to Kanye first. And then I listened to Drake. And it's a good album. I mean, it's Drake. It's a Drake album. That's all I can say. Like, there's nothing about it that's like, oh my gosh, there's nothing it's just Drake. It's what I expected. Like, he makes good music. He's always going to have some, you know, some popping songs. But as far as, like, I guess kind of where I am right now, like, it's Kanye for me. Like, so Kanye is definitely who was getting to play in my life right now. Kanye's album it's really about really healing to me and just moving, you know, forward on some different things. So I really like it. It's where I'm at in this season of life. But like I said, I definitely I rock with Drake as well. My favorite Drake song on the album, I think hands down, is Fair Trade. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Logan said, listen to Kanye's album this weekend. Okay, take your time. You got to pace yourself, though, okay? You got to pace yourself. It's definitely long. But that's how, you know, a lot of people was complaining about his album being too long. But, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Like, I can split songs up. It don't matter if it's a long or short album. Usually when I like an album, there's like 2 or 3 songs that I'm listening to all the time. I don't care if they only got 4 or 5 songs or if it's a 20-song album. Like, I don't try to digest it all at one time anyway, so it ain't a big thing to me. But yeah, Drake's album was, you know, it was a good standard Drake album. I don't think it should have been like a whole back and forth, like, oh, whose album's gonna be the best? Like, they're not even the same. Like, they're not even in the same category, so I don't know. I mean, I think that hyped both, I think it overhyped both of their albums, to be honest, all of the hype. But yeah, that's my opinion. But yeah, y'all chime in if y'all got anything else to say about social friendliness. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like I said, no, not as much. I guess that does fall in a category of people pleasing. But like I said, on my day-to-day life, like I don't have an issue with no's. Um, and I don't think, people in my life, I don't think they would consider me a people pleaser. Um, they do say, like I said, it's a friendly thing though, for sure. But I think it definitely can fall in that category as well. It's definitely levels to this. All right, Lewis said, I'm headed out to keep working on this to-do list of homework. I wish you a blessed weekend and week ahead. Praying for you all. Still, let me know how people pleasers express helps you, or if it does care. Oh, absolutely. I will be checking in with you next week. Thank you so much for checking in, and I'm actually about to be heading out as well. Logan said, see you later, Lewis. Good to hear from you. But yes, you guys both have a very, very blessed weekend. I'm actually about to head back to my room. Y'all see it's pretty dark here. The only reason I got some light is because of the actual light out here. But yes, it's been a pleasure. I'm so happy I got to catch up with you guys, give y'all a little update of my week. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to watch me some videos, find me some little books on people pleasing, and see what I can get out of it, and if I can get some better, replies for people and work on closing my body language more in public so people don't think I'm as friendly as I am. So yes, I will check in with you guys next week. We will be back regular time, regular beach. All right, bye.